ଏଇଟା ଆମର ବେସିକ୍ ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ यूनिट 1 रो टॉपिक हैला एटा जो फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर पिला अछंती फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर ऑनर्स आउ जो माने माइनर हिसाब रे नै छथि इकोनॉमिक्स माइनर नै छथि ताकर फर्स्ट पेपर रे अछि हैला सेम क्वेश्चन आसीबा तमनकर तो एमसीक्यू एटा देखियो हमें आज economics is a science which deals with matter substance तो हबो नै हैला chemical and reactions तो हबो नै chemistry नो numbers and combinations भी नो answer is human wants and resources हैला एटा तार आंसर नेक्स्ट हैला which is an example of microeconomic theory व्यष्टि अर्थनीति रो अंतर्भुक्त कौ थ्योरी हिते हैला तो theory of money जानते हेटा नुआ theory of income employment हेटा तो समष्टि अर्थनीति theory of economic growth development रे आसीबो आंसर इज theory of consumption positive economics based on facts हेता है हैला एतरे हम किछ चेंजेस कर परबानी जेमति फैक्टर्स अच्छी सेटा ही पॉजिटिव इकोनॉमिक्स आसीबो एतरे वैल्यू जजमेंट बोली ना नॉर्मेटिव इकोनॉमिक्स इज बेस्ड ऑन मोरल वैल्यूज हैला व्हाट इज द बेस्ड ऑन द नॉर्म सो जदी लोक माने स्मोकिंग करछथि जदी लोक माने स्मोकिंग करछथि ताले that is a fact so it will come under positive economics okay but smoking is bad ए जिनसटा हमर normative economics रे ही आसीबो because morality is involved now economics is social science which deals with human behavior as a relationship between what ये तो बहुत क्वेश्चन कौन सेटा unlimited wants and scarce resources है unlimited wants and scarce resources एटा कौन कहती मानव अभाव असीम और सीमित संबल तापरे व्हाट इज द नेचर ऑफ रिसोर्सेस माने कौन संबलर प्रकृति कौन लिमिटेड माने असीम ससीम है ना scarce resources and they have alternatives एटी हमर दे नै जदि लिमिटेड देथांता अल्टरनेटिव देथांता और लिखतांता both A and C then alternative uses देथांता एटी then that would have been answer but एटी तो खाली गोटे होइछि ना त एटा लिमिट है limited now which is of the following is this universal problem ए भीतर कोटा universal problem चारटा दाक लागुछि हमको universal problem माने सारा विश्व रे देखा जाउछि बोली scarcity है तार आंसर हैला तापर according to professor Mankiw which is the essence of economics decision making 10 principles of economics Mankiw देथिले that is decision making is the essence of economics people can face trade off द्वंद्व लोक माने द्वंद्व केउतरे फेस करिवे इथु efficiency and investment is not the answer efficiency and marginalism is not the answer ये भी आंसर नो आंसर है efficiency and equity when an individual has to decide how much to work then he faces trade off between जेतले जने काम करिया केते घंटा काम करिवो तेतले का भीतर द्वंद्व हो वर्क एंड लेजर दैट मींस कि से केते घंटा काम करिवो और केते घंटा आराम करिवो सेही ट्रेड ऑफ ता से फेस करिता है तापरे द मोस्ट नोटेबल इंसेंटिव्स इन इकोनॉमिक्स इज प्रॉफिट हला सबटु बड़ प्रोत्साहन हला प्रॉफिट next is what is the factor for which market economy suffers for the problem like inflation unemployment okay it is the imperfection market failure next is government can improve economic efficiency by correcting market failure which cost is the value of next best alternative option विकल्प परिव्यय पड़थिबो opportunity cost विकल्प परिव्यय जोड़ा next best alternative for one next is people respond to incentives which one does induce a person to act of course incentive नथिले त पाठ पढिबो कि पढिबोनी which is an engine of economic growth and development trade गोटे प्रिंसिपल अछि ना ट्रेड कैन मेक एवरीवन बेटर ऑफ out of the 10 principles, this one. Which is a place in which people make exchanges which are governed by prices? Market. Which economist first show tried to show how market system works? Adam Smith is the first one. Number on what a country's ability to produce goods and services does depend on. Ability to produce goods and services. गोटे कंट्री केते गुड्स और सर्विसेज प्रोड्यूस करिवो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन डिमांड रे तो नाही पॉलिसी भी नाही स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग ओके तापरे इन्फ्लेशन इन्फ्लेशन इज अ स्टेट where price rises and value of money falls मुद्रास्फीति इन्फ्लेशन माने मुद्रास्फीति when the government prints too much money prices fall काहे too much money prices rise value of money falls है ना value of money falls so prices rise now next is in short run what type of relationship does exist between inflation and unemployment inverse relationship and this curve this is shown by a curve that is known as Phillips curve so next question is which curve does explain the trade-off between typo है explain भी भूल जाए which curve does explain the trade-off between unemployment and inflation Phillips curve है ना next is which one allows countries to specialize in goods and services trade which is a state where there is a rise in general price level okay rise in general price level is known as inflation or mudrasfiti ODR now next is what is marginal analysis marginal analysis it is the analysis of the cost and benefits of the marginal change that is the addition of one unit of an input or good marginal analysis is one of the principles okay in economics then which are compared by the people to make decisions cost and benefits you know rational people always look for what is the cost and what is the benefit out of it okay then the next question the concept of invisible hand was introduced by सबसे पहले जो दिए थे Adam Smith when money supply increases in economy value of money decreases and price rises okay money supply and price level there is a direct relationship between that okay so money supply increase करिबो तो price टा भी rise करिबो आउ value of money टा fall करिबो so this is the answer next is the term economics is derived from Greek word oikonomia okay management of household oikonomia it is a Greek word oikono plus economics in economics ends refers to human wants economics has been called a science of choice because out of these options all of them are false this is the answer human wants are unlimited so choice making is essential okay next is what is the first decision making principle people face trade-offs next is which cost is normally considered while making decision opportunity cost okay now how it not marginal cost okay it is the opportunity cost if you are thinking okay if mu jauchi gote ghanta बुलाबुली करके आसबि कि गोटे मूवी देखिक आसबि ताल तुम भाव जे ना मोर आगो परीक्षा अच्छी परीक्षा पाई हेले मुझे मूवी देखा जी ताल परीक्षा पाई पढ़ी पारिबिनी है ना so the cost of going for a movie is losing your marks in the exam So it is the opportunity cost. Here there is no mention of benefit. अगर marginal benefit भी mention होता इसके साथ तभी वो आंसर होता. Okay. Next question is, how do the rational people make decision? See next question 36. This one. दोनों एक साथ में आएंगे. अगर आंसर करना है तो marginal benefit with marginal cost must be together in this type of questions. Okay. Next is, which is not a feature of resources? Resources have alternative uses, yes. Productive uses, not necessarily, है ना. Unproductive uses भी होगा, जैसे न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब, क्या प्रोडक्टिव है उसमें. So I think this is the answer. Resources limited supply. This is true. This is also true, but I don't think all the resources are productive. Huge. Okay. Next is, which is the starting point of all economic activities? अभाव ही समस्त अर्थनैतिक कार्यकलापर मूल. Human wants. Resources have how many uses? Resources have alternative uses. Resources have alternative uses. That problem refers to which goods and services a society chooses to produce. What to produce? Central problem of an economy: what to produce, for whom to produce, how to produce. And then full employment and growth plus 2 level का part. What to produce. Okay, then next is, fill in the blanks in the one word. Economics is derived from Greek word. The next is, what is the basic economic unit? Family or household. Okay. Economics is a social science. सामाजिक विज्ञान. Alfred Marshall gave the कल्याण संज्ञा, welfare definition. Dash defined economics as a science of choice. Lionel Robbins. Then the next is, the relationship between productivity and dash has important implications for public policy. Productivity and dash. Okay, the relationship. Okay, this I'm not clear right now. Then microeconomics deals with the study of individual economic entities. And then microeconomics deals with, same question is repeated twice, individual economic entities. Dash is an example of microeconomic theory: production, consumption. You can write that. Consumption, उपभोग, प्लस टू पढ़ी के आछंती, उपभोग, उत्पादन, ये सब तो माइक्रोइकोनॉमिक थ्योरी पढ़ी के आछंती ना. Okay, economics is social science which deals with human behavior as a relationship between unlimited wants and limited resources. Okay, unlimited wants and limited resources that have the alternative uses. Okay, the dash is something that induces a person to act, an incentive. Okay, dash is an engine of economic growth and development. Trade. Dash is a place in which people make exchanges which are governed by prices, market. Which economists first tried to show how market works? Adam Smith. तांकर बहिटा ना रखिबो. Wealth of nations. A country's dash depends on its ability to produce goods and services. Standard of living. जीवन धारणर मान. Standard of living. In short run, there is dash relationship between inflation and unemployment. Inverse relationship. ओडिया रे ହେଲା प्रतिलोमी relation. प्रतिलोमी. Samparka. The trade-off between unemployment and inflation is explained with the help of Phillips curve. केमती आसो Phillips curve? एमतिया एठी आमे unemployment rate देखिबा. Unemployment rate and एठी आमे inflation rate देखिबा. Okay, higher the inflation, higher the inflation, lower is the unemployment. Lower the inflation, higher is the unemployment. In short run, Phillips curve have negative slope or downward slope. Dash can improve market outcomes, government can improve market outcomes. Sarkar chaहिले government outcomes improve kari. Dash allows countries to specialize in goods and services trade. Dash is a state where there is a rise in general price of label inflation ba kon koiba mudraspiti. जदि सेठी fall in general price level था fall क्षेत्र रे in deflation कहते ताको हैला deflation या को ओडिया रे कहबा हमें अवस्फीति. Okay, now we just repeated from which words economics is derived. We know that this is also we know that already discussed. Why people face trade-offs already discussed. What happens if the quantity of money in the economy increases, price increases, value of money declines. Basic decision making unit and economy already discussed household. Then the question is, what do you mean by economy? Economy is a system which provides livelihood. Economy is a system which provides livelihood to the people. It also takes care of the production, distribution of the resources in the economy. Okay, तो एटा गोटे सिस्टम जोटा लोक मानक जीवन धारणर कौन सा कहते मीन्स प्रोवाइड करता है. ओके, आउ उत्पादन किपरि हेबो, कंजम्पशन किपरि हेबो, बंटन किपरि हेबो, ए सब जिनसर देखा रखा करता है. तापर नेक्स्ट ला व्हाट डज इकोनॉमिक्स प्राइमरीली स्टडी. ये क्वेश्चन आराम आसीबो नाही तमरा ए बढिया क्वेश्चन. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय स्कैरसिटी. स्कैरसिटी मतलब चाहिदा तुलना रे जोगाणर कमी, चाहिदा तुलना रे जोगाण रे स्वल्पता. ओके, ऑल राइट, मतलब resources are less in comparison to their demand. What is the first decision making principle? People face trade-offs. What is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is the cost of the next best alternative foregone. Next best alternative, cost of next best alternative foregone. What is the benefit of trade? Trade द्वारा हमें specialize होता है, labor specialization. Okay, also we get to consume variety of goods, है ना. trade off मतलब द्वंद्व को भितरे हमरो unlimited wants and scarce resources which are alternative uses ता भितरे trade off होता है. Okay, now what happens if government prints too much money? Inflation will be there. Write down the Robbins definition of economics. Scarcity definition को लिखियो. एमती आसीबनी subject matter of economics. I don't think आपका question ऐसे आएगा. Microeconomics studies the individual units like how one consumer attains equilibrium, how producer attains equilibrium, like that. Then the basic economics problem. What is the basic economics problem? This is to decide between unlimited wants and scarce resources. Okay, what is a market economy? What is a market economy? Market economy refers to a system. Market economy refers to a system where the price is determined by its demand and supply. Okay. Next is, what is invisible hand? Invisible hand is price, the two sides of price, that is demand and supply. Why does government intervene in the market? Government intervenes in the market when to establish property rights, to establish law and order, and market failure, to improve market failure position. Okay, so that's the short question. ଏବେ ତମ ସବୁ ରୋଲ୍ ଅଫ୍ ହାଉସହୋଲ୍ଡର କ'ଣ ରୋଲ୍, सर्कुलर फ्लो ऑफ इनकम रो देखि नेजिवो हाउसहोल्ड किपरि एटा जदि हमर हाउसहोल्ड हेगला एटा हेगला हमर फार्म, जस्ट टू सेक्टर मॉडल आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो हाउसहोल्ड रो कोन जाउची फैक्टर्स, ये फैक्टर प्रोवाइड करूची आ इन रिटर्न फार्म याको कोन दोची, याको पारिश्रमिक दोची, वेजेस, इंटरेस्ट, प्रॉफिट, वेजेस, इंटरेस्ट, प्रॉफिट एंड रेंट, है ना. तापर आउ कोन होची, फार्म्स निजर गुड्स काहा को सेल करूची, हाउसहोल्ड को सेल करूची गुड्स एंड सर्विसेस. एबळे तीर चिन्ह देकी लेखिबो गुड्स एंड सर्विसेस. आ ता बदल रे हाउसहोल्ड कोन करूची, दोची पेमेंट करूची फार्म को. दैट मीन्स कि हाउसहोल्ड रो जहा एक्सपेंडिचर, दैट इज द इनकम ऑफ द फार्म्स. So that is the role of the household. What is the nature of human wants? Cluster podcast unlimited. What does economic study in general? Just leave this. First, decision making principle. People face trade-offs. Role of trade. Variety of goods and services. Variety of goods and services. Number 1, number 2 in specialize in production. Okay, and number 3 is labor specialization. माने जो गुड्स टारे तार कॉस्ट टा कम होचे सेही गुड टारे से अधिक अधिक प्रोडक्शन करिवो. जेमति कि इंडिया रो जेमति बांग्लादेश कोन करछि, कम रेट रे लुगा है ना, क्लॉथ प्रोडक्शन करिके कम रेट रे जोगौछि. सेबळे चाइना कम रेट रे जिंस गुडा तयार करिके अन्य देश को दउछि. तो स्पेशलाइजेशन हे पारुछि. डेफिनेशन ऑफ अल्फ्रेड मार्शल कल्याण संज्ञा जोटा अछि वेलफेयर डेफिनेशन सेटा देबो. रोल ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट इन एन इकोनॉमी देखि नै जिवो. मार्केट फेल्युअर रे जो तीनटा लिखाइ छै से तीनटा को एक्स्ट्रा दिगे लिखिया चेष्टा करबो. वन सेंटेंस बेसी नै 50 वर्ड्स कोइ चेतरे. तापरे हाउ डू द रैशनल पीपल मेक डिसीजन, मार्जिनल कॉस्ट एंड मार्जिनल बेनिफिट देखिके माने डिसीजन नै थाते. हाउ द इन्फ्लेशन एंड अंडर एम्प्लॉयमेंट इज इंटररिलेटेड, इनवर्सली रिलेटेड लिखिबो सेटा प्रतिलोमी संपर्क बोली. इन व्हाट वे गवर्नमेंट इंटरवेंशन कॉजेस प्राइस राइज, गवर्नमेंट जते बेले प्रिंट करे मनी लोकन को देवा पई, दैट इज कॉल्ड डेफिसिट फाइनेंसिंग, हैला. डेफिसिट फाइनेंस करे, दैट मीन्स कि पैसा कौन करे, प्रिंट करके लोक मान को दे दिए. जिते गवर्नमेंट पैसा प्रिंट करके लोक मान को दे देता है, दैट मीन्स कि जो जिनसटा अधिक हो जाए से जिनसर मूल्य कमी जाए. तो पैसाटा जो अधिक मार्केट रे पड़े आसे से कौन हुए, टंकार मूल्यटा कमी कमी जाए. तो दैट इज डेफिसिट फाइनेंस. नाउ 250 वर्ड्स रे एमितिया क्वेश्चन मत लागन तुम आसीबो बोली, हैला. 250 वर्ड्स जस्ट ये सब जिन आम अलरेडी कर सारी या एक्सट्रा देखो. यार सांगे जब डायरेक्ट डायग्राम देवार अच्छी किसी एग्जांपल देवार अच्छी ताले मिसेकी लिखिपार. देन 800 वर्ड्स. Question 2 is very important. Question 2 is very important. Question 3 is very important, and question 4 is also important. Okay, I don't think other questions are important. So तमे ए तीनटा क्वेश्चन जो अच्छी डिफरेंट प्रिंसिपल्स डिसीजन मेकिंग बेले जो 4 प्रिंसिपल्स थिला हमर, तापरे 3 प्रिंसिपल्स हाउ पीपल इंटरैक्ट विथ वन अनदर, तापरे वर्किंग ऑफ द इकोनॉमी जो तार 3टा प्रिंसिपल ये सब तुम ताहारी पर ही लिख है मेक श्योर कि एमती ट्राई टू प्रेजेंट योर आंसर्स इन ए डिफरेंट वे जमती कि एग्जामिनर जे खाता देखुव तार इंटरेस्ट आसो है जमती 4 प्रिंसिपल्स होगा तो तुम ताको एमती गोटे ट्री हिसाब से देखिपर 1 2 3 4 so write it down year 1 principle year 1 principle year 1 principle so how you are presenting your answer that matters ठीक अच्छे ना तो 4 principles होगा तो या तले एमती करके लिख दी पारियो पॉइंट बुलेट पॉइंट्स make the examiners क्या बोलते हैं उसको examiners work easy ठीक है that will give you more marks than writing them in a paragraph way okay okay that's it in the next video I'll share the next chapter okay take care